This is the level 13 wrap up and taking level 14. Basically at level 13, the questing went pretty well. I think we had a problem. We had problems in a few quests. We were disintegrated for almost 500 points by a beholder in Jungle of Kyber on Reaper. We found that the Plague Reapers are probably our toughest enemy at this level. So it was Famine Reaper the last several levels, but I think Plague Reapers are much tougher now. Reapers in general have more hit points, and Plague Reaper gives us this healing debuff where we're not allowed to heal ourselves or get healed by others. So that's probably the biggest thing we faced. We got some really cool items. I think this Royal Guard mask is the most exciting, but we got a lot of other great items as well. Um, all right, so let's take level 14. 14 is a pretty cool level. We are going to put 2 to disable, very similar. We've always done 2 to spot and 2 to search. There's no stat bonuses, so pretty straightforward level up. And then for enhancements, we definitely want to put a point here in the Knight of Chalice tree. This requires minimum level 12 Paladin, which we are now, and this will give us immunity to energy drain. It gives us some other benefits as well. Saves against enchantments. That's like hold, so that's good. We've been impacted by that a lot, and it increases our light damage to 3d6, which is great. That's more DPS. But the big thing is this immunity to energy drain. So I'm going to accept that now. That gives us 3 points, and at this point we're going to put everything into human until we get greater heroism and we maxed out our healing amp. And so if I look at my strength now, I'm at a odd number. So one option would be to take a point of strength. Another option would be to take a point of strength on the action surge, but we don't really have that many actions right now. Skill boost and the action surge only gives us the benefit for while we're under the action boost. So not super interesting at this level. It might be pretty interesting when we're in epic levels, or we can boost our skill. I'm going to go ahead and say let's go ahead and get the strength. Let's take the one more to hit and damage. I'm on the fence though because this would give us two. This would also give us a couple points of spot and search. So if our search and spot is failing, we may revisit this later. But it seems pretty good right now. And then we have 1 point left, and we could start in ranks of Great Weapon Aptitude, which gives us strike through. The first rank's only 5, the next rank's 10, and then 20. So next level we'll get another 15% strike through, and then we'll start working our way up towards improved recovery. So by next level, I would expect that we would have 10 points in here, and then that's level 15, and then at level 16, we'll start putting points into recovery and heroism, and then by level 17, we'll have one of these here, probably greater heroism because we could use that more, but we'll see. We'll see when the time comes when we need more. So that's it. Pretty straightforward on the enhancements. The plan at this point is we wanted to put the point there in Knights of Chalice, and then we'll put another point here at level 20. And then, so at the end of the, by level 20, we'll have 40 points in Knights of the Chalice. We'll have 19 points in Human, and we'll have 21 points in Sacred Defender. So the plan is to go up to the Human tree until we get greater heroism and max our improved recovery, and then we'll be filling out the Sacred Defender tree for some more defensive benefits, saves, maybe some stat boosts. And then for our 21st point, I'd like to probably take Swift Defense, which would give us 10% movement speed. So that'll be nice for epic levels. All right, let's just take a look at the auction house real quick. And I'm up on augments, which I was looking at earlier, and Nothing too exciting here. Tumble is really not hide, haggle. Good luck +1 is pretty cool. This is very, very expensive though. And we've got a few bids. We've got one bid. We're only allowed to bid on one thing as free to play. And in fact, I wonder if that's going to keep me from buying anything. Because I would sort of like to buy this good luck, even though it's half of our money. I do have this. I do have the hand wraps we got from Shadow Crypt that I think I could sell for 100,000 or more. Let's take a look at some other. Let's see when that bid ends, because unfortunately, I think this might be tying up our money when we post a bid. Try not to do that. But let's take a look at armor. I've not had much luck finding some good armor. We want to check. Let's just check 11 to 14. And we're really interested in. We need death block. So this is some pretty cool armor I've seen before. It's only 5 though. I thought I saw 6 earlier. And then here's what I saw. Yeah, this one. Nope. Guess that one must have sold. But this is great. I'd love to see con and vitality with death block as a suffix, but so far I haven't seen it. So nothing there. I could check cloth armor. Wouldn't lose much to go to cloth armor. Evil warding. Okay, command. I thought that might be death. Might have death ward in it, but it does not. So nothing there. We'll take a look at gloves. I think we could probably our gloves are starting to feel a little bit dated, but we really need our gear is sort of like locked in because of all this slave lord crafted gear we have. So we need strength, and really the only place we can get it is gloves. So if we don't find it down here, which we don't, we can't really upgrade it. Goggles, I don't think we're going to find better than this. This is pretty fantastic, and we have some a pretty nice cloak. But I guess we could just take a quick look at cloaks. Nothing too. I mean, this prudent is nice. I wouldn't mind having a wisdom item to help with our spot. And then the other thing we could look at doing is replacing this Marsh Walker set, which is, it says it's 30% striding, but currently only giving us 24. So I think we could almost find something at that level. So we could take a look at, and this is really not giving us much other than the spear block, but spear block is nice. So let's take a look at boots. We have 20% boots, which I kind of kept. Wow, those are nice. 20% boots, which I kept, but let's see if stealthy, what is that? Hide, move silently. Swift 20. So we found this exact same pair of boots, lower level but without masterful craftsmanship. So it's kind of funny that one's masterful craftsmanship. Here's Swift 22. So that would pretty much get us up to where we were. And it has feather falling. It doesn't have the what was it, dodge or insightful dodge parrying, which would be parrying, which is +2 to saves. That's pretty nice. Let's see, 22 is 9% bonus to attack speed, and 20 is a 7% bonus to attack speed. Wow. So I'd almost be willing to give up the +2 parrying for that. Almost. I think I'd rather still go with that. So don't think I want to spend 25,000 on that because I'd rather have the parrying too. Let's just take a quick look at rings. If we could find a good ring, I'd be very tempted to replace this Marshwalker set. I'll miss that jump, but we do have these 30 jump potions if we're in a pinch that we got from White Plume Mountain. So nothing super fantastic here. Lots of feather falling items, that's for sure. It used to be kind of hard to find feather falling, and now it seems like it's on pretty much every item I find. Hardy 7, so that would get us some more hit points. That's pretty useless. Radiance is pretty useless for us, though. So nothing super interesting. So we'll probably just stick with the Meyer set a little bit longer. I'll keep an eye out for good boots and rings. And in the meantime, uh, I think just because augments in general, we've been having trouble finding good augments. I think I'm gonna, if I'm able to, I may not be able to because I've got that thing sold. But let me see if I can do the buyout on this. I can. So that's a lot of money, but it's also a pretty cool. The other one I'd like to get is a level 8 wisdom, which is +3 wisdom. If I could find that, I'd buy that. But so far, I haven't been able to find anything there. So one other, here's our hireling for level 14, Tempest Lorben. He has heal, divine vitality 3. Pretty much that's a must on any character, any hireling we get now. Death Ward Mass, so that'll be nice. We've got clickies, but this will give us 14 minutes of Death Ward without having to use the clickies, and then Resurrection, so a lot better than Raised Dead. Gets me to 50% hit points instead of, I don't know, 10% or whatever Raised Dead does. So I think we're set. I think that's it for the wrap up and taking level 14.